Kindle is making it impossible to own your own books and take them elsewhere.
Are there any other e-readers that are as popular as the Kindle? By the time this video comes out, people are going to have like 2 days or something. It should come out in time, but they're going to have like 2 days to, or something to export your book. So
do it quickly.
Do it quickly.
Twitter is reportedly blocking links to Signal.
Is anybody still using Twitter?
Elon called himself a free speech absolutist, and Twitter has like some of the most censorship of any platform. Hello, how the tech are you? My name is Sylph, and I'm a software engineer. But this week, I have a story about reading. I'm also a somewhat avid reader. I mean, not really. I only read like maybe 6 books a year. I guess not very. But I do have a big Kindle library, and this story affects me. Kindle is making it impossible to own your own books and take them elsewhere. This month, Kindle is removing users' ability to download their ebooks to their computer, and without this feature, which allows users to archive their Kindle library, switching to alternative e-reader brands will be much harder. Basically, you'll need an e-reader that has the Kindle app, like one that uses Android and the Play Store, if you want to continue reading your Kindle library on non-Kindle devices. Amazon has not explained why it's getting rid of this feature. They want to keep customers locked into the Kindle platform. Users can still download their old ebook purchases to their PC by visiting the Manage Your Content and Devices page on Amazon and selecting Download and Transfer via USB from the More Actions menu next to each book before February 26th. That's when it's going away. There also are some tools online that help you do this in mass. So if you have a very big Kindle library, you can do this for all the books rather than like selecting each one. Good luck if you have a big library. It might be time to transfer that out and, remove the DRM from those, because those are your books. You bought them. So what do you think?
Yeah, it's not surprising. Are there any other e-readers that are as popular as the Kindle or nearly, or that people actually use?
Kindle is the most popular in the US. In Canada, I think Kobo has a pretty big market share, but Kobo's not as popular in the US. And then the Barnes & Noble Nook has just completely lost market share. Like, basically no one has them. I don't even think they've released a new one in a while.
Okay.
But Sony used to make e-readers that were like fairly popular, but they sold their e-reader store. I think they sold their bookstore to Kobo. So right now, basically, Kindle is like the biggest in the market. Especially in the US, but there are some markets where Kindle is not as big.
I guess so. Like it seems almost silly, like to push for this kind of lock-in.
Let me go grab something that I want to show.
Okay, well, I'll continue talking because it seems kind of silly. Like if you're the market leader like Kindle is, and there's almost no competition, why are you doing this weird like lock-in thing that will probably just piss off people? When obviously it's not causing a problem for you. You have like all the market share.
So if you have a Kindle, you might want to think about getting an Android device, an Android e-reader. This is the one that I use. This is called the Books Palma. It's shaped like a smartphone, but it has this e-reader display, and you can still read your Kindle books on it. And especially if you like export them and turn them into EPUB files, then you can read them on any device. This device in particular is like a very good device because you can just slip it in your pocket just like a smartphone, which they don't make a Kindle in this form factor. And this one is like really nice to... I would recommend, if you still are using Kindle, move to a different device. If you're really invested in the Kindle ecosystem, like, okay. But like if you get an Android device that has a Kindle app, you can still read all your Kindle books. All right.
By the time this video comes out, people are going to have like 2 days or something. It should come out in time, but they're going to have like 2 days to, or something to export your book. So
do it quickly.
Do it quickly.
All right. So moving on, my next story this week is Twitter is reportedly blocking links to Signal. First noticed by journalist Matt Binder, X, formerly Twitter, is reportedly blocking users from posting links to the encrypted messaging app Signal. The block applies to posts, direct messages, and even profile. Only the signal.me domain is impacted, while links to signal.org are still allowed. This is not the first time Twitter has restricted links to a social media platform, having briefly blocked Instagram, Facebook, Mastodon, and others. The block may be related to Signal's use by federal employees being affected by Doge's firing. Doge being that, like, the Department of Government Efficiency that's just going around firing everyone, like gutting the federal government. Twitter has not commented on the block. They probably just sent a poop emoji. But the move has sparked concerns about free speech and censorship. So, what do you think?
Is anybody still using Twitter?
I mean, yeah, they still have a market share, and it's bigger than most of the alternatives. Blue Sky is gaining a lot of market. Good for them.
Yeah.
They're not censoring.
Right. Yeah, I don't even know the last time I logged into Twitter, but I never was a big user of it anyways. I switched over to Mastodon. I feel like there was something specific I was going to ask about this one, but now I can't remember. But it's basically another big company trying to block any kind of competition. Although I never...
So Signal doesn't directly compete with Twitter. Like the closest thing that Twitter has to what Signal offers is like direct messages. But I wouldn't DM on Twitter. I don't want Elon Musk reading all my messages. And Signal allows you to message someone without anyone at Signal having the ability to read that message. And the nice thing about Signal is, like, they don't even store those messages. So if your encryption, let's say your private key for your encryption is somehow hacked, and a bad actor gets the ability to read your messages, even if they have all of your previous messages, they can't read them because of the way Signal's encryption works. And if they are able to read any messages that you send, they couldn't get that from Signal, because Signal doesn't actually store those messages once they're I think they store them for a certain amount of time, but it doesn't have like a message history. Like, for example, Facebook Messenger. Everything you send on Facebook Messenger is stored on their servers pretty much indefinitely.
I don't use Signal enough, although recently I got like some, basically a scammer messaged me on Signal. I don't know. There's one thing I did like about Telegram over Signals, like you could actually just send your name basically on Telegram, but Signal and a bunch of the other chat apps, you have to send your phone number, which now you're like spreading around your phone number a bit, which is annoying. But I'm sure my phone number is out there somewhere, so that's probably somehow somebody got my contact info on Signal. But it's not too bad. Like Telegram's like way worse. But in that respect,
Telegram's moderation policies are pretty.
Well, I keep like blocking and reporting people, and because it's the point now where somebody like contacts me out of the blue, I just immediately block and report them, even though they didn't actually say anything wrong. It's just I know they're a scammer like contacting me. But yeah, I haven't had that much on. So I don't know if like Telegram is actually doing anything to these people who are scamming, trying to scam others. But I don't know. It seemed like Signal was a little more secure in that respect.
No, it is funny to me that Elon called himself a free speech absolutist, and Twitter has like some of the most censorship of any platform.
Yeah.
He censors people from like posting links to competitors. He censors people from like using the word cisgender, which is weird because like that's what he is. He's cisgender. So I don't know. He's not a good person.
We've said I think we've said on other shows, not this one, but maybe this one too. But if you were paying attention to Elon Musk before he bought Twitter, like you knew a lot of this was going to happen. Maybe not everything, but he says he's a free speech absolutist, but he's definitely not. And you knew he was going to like block, because he also like doesn't necessarily block it, but he'll at least complain and I don't know, keep it from spreading like any criticism about himself or anything that he works on or something. So
yeah. He's also a union buster, and I feel like if you're a union buster, you don't like free speech.
That's true. Yeah, and you're also not a free market person if you union bust because part of the market is the labor market, and they should have a right to, unionize, basically.
Elon Musk is just an exploitative capitalist, and he's a very shitty person. He's also like an incredibly shitty father.
Yes, he is.
Like he talks about his daughter, his trans daughter, in ways that are just disgusting. So this doesn't surprise me at all, but it is newsworthy.
Right. It kind of surprises me because Signal is not a direct competitor, as you said. It's not like people are saying like leave Twitter to use this service instead. They're like, hey, also contact me on this on this service. So but it makes sense if people are going to that service to complain about Doge and Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's why, because it's not a direct competitor, that's why there's like Mastodon is a direct competitor. So it makes sense that Elon blocked Mastodon because his very fragile ego was like, no, you can't compete with me. But with Signal, that's why there's speculation that he's not blocking it because they're competing, because they're not really competing with. He's blocking it because people are using it as a way to communicate with each other about the things that he's doing. Thank you for tuning in to How the Tech Are You? We do this show weekly and put it out in segments on YouTube. If you'd like to check out our other shows, you can see them at echoplexmedia.com. And if you'd like to support us, you can also support us at echoplexmedia.com, or you can go to our store, eplex.store, or support us on Patreon at patreon.com/echoplex. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and there should be another video somewhere here for you to click on. Have a great tech and week.